Whatever I say is secondary, but you being aware of what is happening right now with you is primary. See, a question arises and you are waiting for an answer. Are you aware of this? Or in your mind you are saying yes or no, you agree or you disagree. Are you aware of this? This is awareness. This is a quality of consciousness which doesn't come unless we develop it, unless we call for it. This is what I'm saying. See, there are few qualities in human being which makes a human different from an animal. Can you tell me what are those? How come human beings are different from other animals? There are few qualities, only finger count, you can count them. One very obvious is laughing. You are bestowed with laughing. Understanding. Though animals do understand, the degree of human understanding is much different and much more. Though there is intelligence, even in a bird, even in any species, there is certain amount of intelligence. Do you see that? They make their nests, they know where to go, they know how to pick up their food, they do everything. All the needs of life they take care. But one thing they do not know is being aware of themselves, what is happening in them every moment. And this does not come in us unless we tap the source. For example, see, we have been breathing all the time, aren't we? Unless we put our attention, we will not be aware of our breath. You know, the first act of life that you did when coming into this world is you took a deep breath in. And the last act of life is breathing out, isn't it? First act is you took a deep breath in and then you started crying. Second act is crying. And your last act is you breathe out, you make others cry. When you cried, everybody else laughed. And when you laugh in the end, you will laugh. That is death. Somebody asked about death. Total relief. When you laugh, then everybody else cries. Just a shift. Change of duties. Between this first act of life and the last act of life, all through life, we are breathing. Not a single moment we suspend our breath. Whether dreaming, sleeping, eating, waking, walking, talking, doing anything, the breath has been with us. But we are not aware of it. Isn't it? Breath is the link between your body and your spirit and your mind. And there are rhythms in the breath. Have you noticed? Your breathing is different at different states of your mind or emotions, thoughts. Have you observed this? When you have a sigh of relief, you breathe, your out-breath, exhalation is more prominent. And when you are enjoying something, when you are in pleasure, your inhalation is prominent, your exhalation is in the background. You don't know when you exhale, but your inhalation is very prominent. Have you observed this? So every mode of mind, every wave of emotion in us have a corresponding rhythm in the breath. And this rhythm in the breath has a corresponding sensation in different parts of the body. So they're all linked. When we look at them and we observe them, then life becomes more integrated. Mind becomes more integrated. And we are able to do things more clearly and with more joy. If you observe your mind, it's either in the past or in the future. Do you see that? Huh? We regret the past and anxious about the future. Just imagine every exit you miss, oh, I should have taken that exit. What do you say? I should have taken that. It should have happened that way. I made a mistake. Every moment you think, I made a mistake. In a very unconscious or subconscious manner, you are piling up some dust inside you. And that regret piles up and it becomes so big and you blow up. Do you see this happening to you? When you let go, and when your mind can be in the present moment, more and more and more and more, you are able to smile and laugh from the depth of your heart. Life becomes more light and easy. You know what do we do? When something wrong happens, we either blame ourselves or blame somebody else. We just don't take things as they are. We want to find out a reason, label it, and put the blame on somebody else or on ourselves. So we constantly get into this trip of blaming someone or blaming ourselves, which leads to one another. You blame others because you blame yourself. And because you blame yourself, you start blaming others. Do you see this pendulum that happens in us? Life is not just that. It is much more to offer to us. Don't you think so? Someone asked, forgiveness. First of all, you think somebody has intentionally done something wrong to you. Then you try to forgive them. It becomes hard to you, difficult. I would tell you, compassion is better than forgiveness. The very word forgiveness implies there is an intention in somebody's mistake. Somebody is bad, so you are going to forgive them. Peep into their heart. Go beyond their words, beyond their behavior. You will see they need compassion. They need help. They are not happy. One who is happy, contented, will not do a mistake. Do you see what I am saying? Will not harm anybody. Will not be selfish. He cannot be selfish. Do not see intention behind somebody else's mistakes. See the inevitability behind others' mistake. Then you don't need to forgive. You'll simply smile at it and you'll jump forward to help them. Does it make sense? When there is wound somewhere deep inside a person, he will try to share that with other people. What else can he do? You just recognize, he needs compassion. Compassion is the only medicine, treatment. Unconditional love is the only medicine, treatment. Letting go is the medicine for that. We try to hold on to people. Even when we love with a condition. See, I love you, so in return you must love me or do something else. Better you prove your love to me, that you really love. See, you doubt in the positivity of people, in the goodness of people. You don't doubt in the negativity or badness in the people. Do you? Have you ever doubted in somebody's anger towards you? Have you ever said, are you really angry at me? I don't believe it. But if someone says, I love you, dear, you say, really? Sure? Truly? Then prove me. Just examine, what do you doubt? You doubt always that is good, whether it is in you or in someone else. When you are depressed, you never doubt your depression. But when you are happy, you doubt, am I really happy? Is this really what I want? And then mind says, I am not sure. You got the best job, what you desired, and then, is this the best job? I am not sure. But when you are in a tight position, when you don't want to be there, do you doubt, is it really true? No. You don't doubt that. In order to trust, you first understand your doubt. You doubt yourself and you doubt people around you. And then you doubt in the existence of God, which is very abstract. The entire world lives on trust. Every aspect in life moves with trust. And even your life, if there is no trust at all, it cannot move an inch. It becomes It's sort of disease, when you have doubt, you doubt yourself. Will I be able to do this? You doubt in your capabilities. You never doubt in your incapabilities. And because of this, you start doubting in people around you. You start with an assumption everybody is hopeless and a cheat. Let me try to find who is the right person. And it becomes so hard to find somebody right. Because you start with an assumption everybody is a cheat. You see what I'm saying? And the same with the presence of something which is beyond comprehension of our small intellect, of our mind. Awareness of the divine presence. Now, the question comes, how do you remember it all the time? I tell you, there is no need to remember it all the time. Forget about it. Your effort to remember God or divine all the time is of no use. No, I ask you, do you remember your name all the time? Do you have to remember every day morning, I am so and so? Do you have to remember you live in Santa Barbara every day morning? Do you have to remember that you have to eat? Do you have to remember you have to sleep every day? Do you have to remember you have to brush your teeth every day? Or do you have to sit and memorize the names of all your relatives and your friends? Do you have to do? Or do you feel disconnected if you don't remember your family anytime? No. It's not an effort. It's not remembering a poem, remembering a poetry, or again and again say, oh God, oh my God, oh my God. Of course, say very often, oh my God. But with a different tone, you don't remember God then anyway. All you remember is how bad the situation is. Remembrance is just experiencing the presence. In the sense it was said then. Being present, being alert, being awake. It's not again and again thinking. Do you make an effort to be joyful? Effort to be loving? I tell you, then you are going the other way. The moment you make an effort to love somebody or to be happy, you cannot be. It's a part of you. Same with the divine. Divine is part of you. God is part of you. You cannot, even if you want, if you wish, go away from it. Just being aware of it. Just like being aware that you are in Santa Barbara. It's not a constant, effortful thinking. Do you see what I'm saying? Often when people were told, remember God, immediately we come to the conclusion, it is an awful, effortful thinking or doing. Those who do not know the truth will say those. When you experience joy, whenever you are happy, whenever you are loving, all those moments you have been in touch with the divine nature that is deep inside you. When you are natural, when you don't pretend, then you are very close to the divine. I'm not saying you should not pretend. If you are an air hostess in a plane, you have to pretend with a smile on your face. Goodbye to everybody. Welcome. Nice having you on the flight. Whatever. All those words. Hope you enjoyed. You can do that. As long as you are aware that your real life is not just this. There is a depth to it. There is another dimension to it. Now, another thing is we keep looking whether people love us or like us or not. And we make all efforts to love people and like them. Tell you, don't worry. Even if they don't like you or love you, from your side you consider they do love you. So that your love at least gets protected. Otherwise, when you think someone doesn't love you, then you will also stop loving them. Hasn't this happened to you? So even if somebody doesn't love you, you just go and tell, oh, I know you love me so much. Tell them for 5-6 times, see the change in them. Even if they don't love you, they'll start loving. They can't but. It just gets kindled. Instead of it, you start challenging, asking, do you really love me? If you really love me, you won't do like this. You will not do like this. You should be doing this way. When we put like that, when we keep some such measuring rods, then we are draining love. Do you see what I'm saying? What do you say? Is it all right? Abundance. Abundance again is a state of mind within you. If you just look at lack, the lack increases in life. You may think you lack $100,000. Okay, tomorrow you have $100,000. Then you feel you lack $200,000. A gentleman prayed to God, oh God, a homeless prayed to God, give me just 1 million. And that's it, I will not ask you anything more. I can live all my life and half of it I will donate to other people. So God said, all right, my dear son, okay, you have it. So he got a lottery. He got 1 million. But then he had never spent money so much. He wondered, what should I do now? So he went looking in Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. And he found a home there. Nice. $1.25 million. He said, oh, I'm so unlucky. If I had only $250,000 more, I would have had this house of my dream. I had always dreamt for this house all my life. The lack continues. Don't look at the lack in your life. See what you have, Then abundance increases. You talk to any big movie producer or a big industrialist, they have big credit. You may have 100,000 credit and they have 4 million credit. And you talk to the treasury of this country, they'll say, oh, the country is in debt. We are in recession. It's a huge debt, isn't it? You talk to the California state, whoever it is. What do you say? Treasury? Treasure? Are they not in some debt?
Big.